guys, in this video I want to break down two common turning styles in freediving, the tumble turn and the side drop turn. We will look at how each one works, their pluses and minuses, and which one I personally think makes more sense to learn from the beginning. And in the end I will also explain why you really want to avoid the skydiver style turn. Let's dive into it. Maybe at the beginning of your freediving career you don't care about the turn that much, but the bottom turn is not just a small detail. It affects how smoothly you change direction, how much energy you use, and how controlled your ascent starts, and overall how relaxed and efficient your dive feels. So a good turn should be, let's repeat it, calm, efficient, controlled, and safe. Let's have a look on both options and talk about it. Let's start with the tumble turn. Here is a basic idea. When you get to the bottom, of course nicely streamlined, then you grab the rope with one hand. Here is a good tip. Try to point the thumb to the surface. It makes rotation easier and helps you avoid twisting your shoulder. Then you slightly fold at the hips, bring the body into the rotation and let yourself roll forward around the line. At the end of the turn, you are facing the line. You can do one pull and start ascending. This is the tumble turn. The tumble turn has some clear advantages. It can look very smooth, it can keep momentum nicely, it can feel very efficient, and visually it often looks very clear and technical. If the timing is good, the transition from descent to ascent can feel almost continuous. But the tumble turn also has downsides. It's more technical, it's easier to over-rotate, you can lose orientation for a moment, and in deeper dives it's usually less stable than a side drop turn. So even though it can look beautiful, it's not always the best choice for every diver or every depth. Now let's take a look at the side drop turn. In this turn, one hand catches the rope with the thumb pointing to the surface, while the other arm reaches down towards the bottom plate. The arms stay stretched apart and the legs fall naturally to the side, creating smooth and controlled rotation around the rope. The biggest advantages of side drop turn are control and orientation. Usually keep better awareness of where the line is, it's less risk of over-rotating, and it's more stable. And for a lot of divers it feels safer and more predictable. That's one of the reasons why you often see this style in deeper freediving and in competition dives. A lot of athletes prefer this kind of turn because it gives them more control at the bottom. Of course, it also has some disadvantages. It can be a little slower. It usually gives you less momentum than a tumble turn. And if done badly, it can break your streamlining too. So it's not automatically perfect, but it's often the more controlled option. You might have another question. Which one should you learn first? So here is my personal opinion. I think it makes more sense to start with the side drop turn right from the beginning. The reason is simple. Your body builds a muscle memory. So if you learn the side drop turn properly from the start, you create a good movement pattern early on. That means less confusion later, less need to unlearn habits. For me, that's a big point, because once a movement pattern is deeply ingrained, relearning it takes time. So, if you already know that the side drop turn is a more stable and often safer option, especially for deeper diving, then in my opinion it makes sense to build up the habit from the start. And now, very important point. If you practice the tumble turn, avoid skydiver style turn. That means arching the back, opening the chest, completely losing your alignment. It creates a lot of tension, a lot of drag, and it's just not efficient, it's not safe, and our goal is to be in control in a forward rotation around the line. So no skydivers here, only freedivers. If you watched all the way to the end, congratulations, you clearly take your turns really seriously. And if this video helped you, let me know in the comments, subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next video. Fragolino!